Okay, back with the VOD review for the solo cash cup today that I did extremely poorly in, but the days where you do poorly are the best ones to VOD review because the most improvement can come from that. So, I played extremely poorly and died because of it, and continued to die for all 10 games because of it. So let's have a look at the map and correlate it to the notes here. So right here, I landed at lazy, just some pre-ramble. I landed at lazy for like a lot of the games, like 7 or something. For 3 of the games, I landed at this area here. Now, 2 of the games are gone. The footage is just didn't record for whatever reason. I hit record and I messed it up. So somehow I fucked it up and the footage is not there for 2 of them. But for the other 8, then we have the footage. So I landed at lazy, contested drop because my mechs are better than they've ever been. Also, red marker is kills, black marker is encounters. So black just means that I've seen someone. These pards, none of these are endgame pards because I didn't make it to endgame a single time in all of this. Because I was playing for that one game where you get 20 kills and the win. And then after that, I would have played for endgame because everyone else would have been playing for endgame as well. So first game, 50th place. 50th place, 1 kill, died in a fight that I had the health advantage in because I took a 50-50 against someone and missed my shot completely. Should have placed a ramp and repositioned to get a better angle to attack in from. That's that we can watch right here. Right here. This right here. So I take a 50-50 right there, and then I realize I'm taking a 50-50 here, and I don't, and I build. I still have 500 mats. 500 mats. 400 mats. Don't protect myself at all. Don't build a 1x1 despite having minis. How many minis did I have? I had 3 minis still. Just didn't build a 1x1. Could have built a whole 1x1. Had a lot of spare mats. I had high ground at this point. And I could have minied up. But I just chose not to. So yeah. 50th place. Missed my shot completely. Should have placed a ramp and repositioned to get a better angle to attacking from. So that's in reference to right here where the fight starts. Right here. Kid drops down and I do the classic box fighting thing where someone drops onto a ramp and you place a cone. He edits down and I just take a 50-50 right here. I'm just like, yep, my aim's good enough. It wasn't. I missed completely. Complete whiff. He hit me for like 100 exactly almost. And I launch pad away and then eat shit and die. I need to wake up early and warm up sufficiently. This is so true. Like, I need to get on like a schedule. So I'm having trouble getting up. I'm having trouble, despite getting 8 hours of sleep, waking up at like 9 to get up and practice. Because I want more sleep for some reason. I want to sleep for longer than 8 hours. But I literally don't have 8 hours. Like, I don't have more than 8 hours necessarily to sleep most nights because it usually takes me about an hour and a half to 2 hours to get to sleep, and I usually get in bed at like 10. So then I get in bed. I usually get in bed at like 11:30, and it usually takes me like an hour and a half to get to sleep. So then I go to sleep, and by the time it's been 8 hours, it's like 9:30 a.m. or it's like 10 a.m. And worst case, which was today, which was I didn't get to sleep until like 1:40 a.m. Something like that. Like last time I remember checking the time was like 1:30. And I didn't fall asleep till like 1:40, so I woke up at like 10:20. 10:20 a.m. and the event started at 11, the duos event. Just really bad. And the longer I'm on for the day, the smoother all of the bumps get. Like when you first get on, your aims aren't good, your builds aren't good. Maybe you're not pressing your edit bind fast enough, whatever it is. Eventually my shit gets worked out and I'm fine, but if I'm not on for long enough, I don't. So yeah, I need to get up and warm up sufficiently. Game 2, 20th place, 4 kills. Died in a fight where I didn't pay proper attention to my materials. Dropped all the way down to the ground, but I could have survived. If I had used my old builds instead of kept running around on low ground. And ended up dying to the boom bow. Could have used old builds or used the few mats I had to sit in a cone and get an angle on the boom bow guy. So game 2 right here. Rotate around, get a couple kills, whatever, just regular box fighting shit. And then in this fight here, the guy that I've got here, I'm healing, and he edits down and just runs out of mats and dies.
Oh
So then, how are you, Magoli? What did I place? I placed really badly. I got 21 points, so I didn't even place, man. I didn't even come top 1,000, probably. I did really badly. So right here, I take a fight against this Bigfoot, I guess. He knocks me down. I build up above him. 80 damage. Take the floor. 28 damage. So I've hit him for 100. Or I've hit him for like 110.
I'm lagging so much.
This kid then manages to jump up here somehow. Somehow manages to jump up here. Now I'm looking for him, and I'm not paying attention to my mats. I have 50 mats. 40 mats. Not even 30. 30 mats.
If only I wasn't on 100 ping, I would have maybe just won that.
Oh, and now I'm out of mats, bro. Are you fucking...
And I'm out of mats, so I go down to my Elim. Cop the medal.
Deal with this shit, man.
I'm in my third game, 1 point. Easy money.
So I start trying to chop him out.
Easy money.
I'm on my third game, 10 points.
So I start trying to chop him out, and I could have done what, you know, hindsight tells me to do, which is sit in here and place 2 walls. Because this isn't his builds, these are the first guy's builds. So I could have sat in here and just placed 2 walls and then just crept around and waited. I have 50 metal. I should have just sat here in this 1x1, honestly, with a wall.
No, you would need like 100.
You wouldn't be like
And then I get... okay. Then I get boom-bowed by the guy.
Wow.
And I don't build again, and then I get boom-bowed again. So I should have just sat in the 1x1 there to save myself, but I didn't. Sweet. I should pay attention to materials. That's a problem that I had a lot today, where I kept running out of materials and being surprised by it. So game 3, I got 61st place, 1 kill. Died in a fight against a player that I had tagged heavily, took a 50-50 and didn't protect myself, then didn't use proper technique to protect myself. My aim and awareness was weak and needs work. Where? Yeah, right here. So, right here, we start the fight. I build up, you know, regular solo shit you build up.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay.
14. I might not land here.
again, I could really consider
Take this 50-50 here. Sorry, I just got something in chat, just like surprised me there. Right here, I take this kid's wall, and I have angle on him. I also have 4 minis, and I don't use them. I hit this kid heavily for, like, he's in flesh at this point. Now, I could heal, but I'm still not healing. Still not healing. Try to take this floor here. Don't place a wall here for some reason, because I'm bad, I guess. Jumps around and shoots me before I can place the floor.
This kid's gonna fucking kill me.
Build out, realize that I'm running low on mats.
I'm
Out of mats.
I nearly...
And instead of doing what I should have done here, which is edit this floor so that the handrail was there and I could crouch, instead of doing that, what I did was I just let this guy hit me. Just let this guy fucking shoot me. Which is not good at all. Very bad. Very bad. Super bad, actually. So, yeah. Game 4, then. I need to do aim trainer. Yeah, my aim does fucking suck. My aim sucks fat dick. So, I gotta do an aim trainer. So, game 4, 91st place, 0 kills. Died off spawn to a player who I missed 2 critical shots on. I could have built and played protected in 1x1. This would have let me box fight and play safe. Yep, I remember this. So, game 4, I land contested. I get an SMG and find a pump. Now there's 2 people around me, and I'm focused on this guy because I've tagged this guy earlier. So I'm like, oh, I'll focus this guy. And then I hear someone come up the staircase, and I miss this shot right here. I missed the shot. Now, I'm expecting this guy here, but I missed the shot anyway. Build a wall there. Realize I'm running low on mats. Try and take a 50-50 to one-pump him. Or hit him and then place a wall because my crosshair goes down. And I died. And, yeah, that was just extremely low IQ. I had really low mats, and I still decided I was going to take a fight. I have to warm up properly and don't let my mental get this bad. This was right about the time when I started to tilt in the game because I knew that my mechs were good that day. I was just not using my fucking brain, man. Just not at all using my fucking brain. No, I don't write my notes down after I finish every game. I record each of the games and then I go through them and write the notes. My goalie. Alright, so game 5, 20th place, 6 kills, died to a third party because of my lack of awareness. To do with this rotate, I need to box up before fights instead of building up. If I had boxed up, then I would have survived this fight by being caught in the middle of 2 people. This is actually one of those things where obviously I'm not good enough to where this is like a rare occurrence. But so right here, this is something that like I can't really tell if this was my mistake or if this was like actually unlucky. This guy heavy snipes at me and then I just get minigunned in the back by someone else. In a bush. And then I get bombed. Now, all of that happens in less than 10 seconds. So at 12:36, heavy snipe. And at 12:41, I'm dead. So, I don't know if that's necessarily something to actually take, or if that's something that's, you know, actually sort of luck-ish stuff, maybe. I don't know. Game 6. So, yeah, I need to box up. Game 6, 30th place. 2 kills, died because I didn't protect myself while chopping out the enemy and end up being so shaken by the damage that was done that I got nervous even after healing up and didn't build a wall to protect myself. Instead, I took a 50-50. I could have disengaged from this fight multiple times, but I never did, resulting in me dying. Pick the fights you can take advantage of. Yeah, that is sort of RNG-ish, but... Yeah, so here, I sit in a bush here. And I hear this fight. Harpoon this guy for 75 white. Then I start trying to push this kid. I get this wall here, but I just don't place one. Instead, I go for this wall. He edits out the top. I don't cone him off like properly. I don't have proper cursor placement. That would have stopped him right there, and I would have been able to take that. But I fucked up the cursor placement. This kid's on fucking 75 flesh, man. And then right here, I hit him. I mean, 15 flesh. I hit him with 75 flesh with my fucking... I didn't protect myself while I was chopping him out. And you can hear him jump. He lands and pumps me for 103. Oh my god, he's the best. He can't take my wall because I have low ping. And then I box up again, mini up. Now right here I could have disengaged from the fight, but instead I choose to fucking stay, which is so dumb. So dumb, man. Really low IQ. And then right here I'm nervous. I'm nervous about taking this. See, he's got his shotgun out and I'm nervous. I miss my pickaxe swing, but I pull out my palm and I hit him for like 20. Now he's going to go for the kill here because he knows that I'm weak. He crouch walks out and I don't shoot him. Instead of shooting him, I place my floor, which protects me, and then I edit down, turn around, and shoot instead of building. If I had built a wall here and then edited through, I could have completely boxed him and then completely changed the way that the fight went. And that's not something that I can't do. That's something very simple for me to do. I just can't do it. For some reason, I just didn't do it there. So I have to be aware of all the things that I can do and actually use all the skills that I've procured. Also, picking the fights I can take advantage of. That guy was hit for 75 white, so it was sort of a fight I could take advantage of, but at the same time, it wasn't in the middle of another fight, meaning that he could actually take advantage of me being... He could sufficiently focus on me instead of worrying about two people. And if you can third party a fight, it's always better than taking a fair fight. No, I'm playing daily duos with Verifical tomorrow, Magoli. Sorry, man. And then I'll be playing with him the next day as well, because after I VOD review, I like to play with the person again. So, game 7, 99th, 0 kills, died because I tunnel visioned and didn't take time to loot properly. Instead, I tunnel visioned on a single enemy that couldn't shoot me back because he had a pump. I should have continued to loot instead of taking a 50-50. Also, my aim needs extreme amounts of work to be sufficient. Work on your aim. Yes, sir. This right here. I land at Booga's solo spot, the mountain radio thing, whatever it is.
Oh my god.
And I hit this kid for 60 wide or something. How much did I hit him for? How much did I actually hit this kid for?
3 kills in top 45 and then 16 left.
Dude. Yeah,
God.
60 wide.
What?
No, dude.
And then I hit this guy for 31 wide. And I choked that game completely. So right here, I could have saved myself by just simply going into the building and looting. Because afterwards, I don't know if this is in the recording, but this guy runs into the building. He runs into the building and straight away picks up a shotgun. Like, straight away picks up a shotgun. So I could have just done that and I would have saved myself, but I didn't. So game 10, 95th, 0 kills, was tilted completely, took a 50-50 and died because of that. Could have literally landed anywhere else in Lazy, but I landed with the enemy that I watched grab a gun. And this was full tilt, complete brain dead, sitting in a wheelchair, vegetable, fucking idiot. My drop is so high, I could land east, I could keep going south, I could have landed at fucking Misty. I could have landed at the fucking bridge that is south of Lazy. But instead, I decided that I'm going to land at a different area of the house. Because I'm thinking, what's the worst that he can get? Oh, it's a purple tack. So he fucking tacks me out of the air, tacks me again, lands on me, I start running, and I'm dead. It's over at this point. There's nothing that I could have done here after I made the decision to land where I chose to land. There's nothing I could have done after landing with this guy to have saved myself. Right there was the dumbest thing that I did all day and have done all week. Tomorrow will be better. I refuse to let 66 be my highest. I refuse, man. Fuck. Just gotta get better, man. I just gotta get so much better. Okay, but there is more analyzation to be done on the map. So, this is a map of all of the areas where I got into fights and where I got most of my kills. So you can see majority of my kills come from Lazy, but that's probably because I rarely made it out of Lazy. There's only 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's only 3 lines that make it out of Lazy. So I only made it out of Lazy 3 times. Yeah, Atlas, that's a good idea as well to land somewhere that's uncontested, but for me, I thought that I was going to be so good today that I would be able to deal with that. And for a couple games, I did deal with that, but for the rest of them, I completely choked because of bad decisions. But here, you can see most of my kills and most of my interactions with other players come from Lazy, just this portion of the map. But you can also see a pattern up here forming. So right here, this is like second circle. You can see that this is a heavily contested area, second circle. This agency area, all through here, not including Salty, all through here is an extremely contested area after second circle. It doesn't matter if second circle is up at the Shark, at Steamy, if it's in Slurpee. This area at the agency will always have people because no matter where the circle is on the map, someone is in the opposite side of agency. Someone is on the opposite side of agency to circle. So this entire area within like 100 meters of agency is always full of people, always is contested, and particularly the left and right side of it. Because when you're on the south side of the map and the zone pulls to Pleasant, you rotate as fast as you can to go that way. Because there are no rivers that run north. At least not from the south. But if you land Holly and the circle pulls to Dirty, you can rotate all the way along these mountains, around all this cover, through Weeping, along this cover, along here, past here, and all the way over to Dirty. Because the map isn't the same size. It's not the same. Like, the POIs aren't in the same area. This is so much Misty is so much further away from Pleasant than Holly is from Dirty. And people from Holly are going to naturally rotate to Salty anyway. From Misty, ideal loot path would be like down south, so that you can collect all these houses that are very rarely looted and possibly go to this little island here. But it's very rarely ideal, and so that means that these north and south facing edges, the left and right parallel edges, are highly contested and have a lot of traffic in them because people are trying to get to Circle. They're trying to go, and they don't want to go to Agency. They want to go that way. They want to go this way. I think, honestly, best bet, avoid Agency at all costs unless you are particularly looking for a fight. Very, very much into the idea of getting into a fight. If you are looking for enemies, if you have a gold pump, the drum gun, the boom bow, and a rocket launcher, and 10 launch pads, then sure, go to Agency. But unless you are in a game where you can guarantee that you are playing so well that it's very unlikely someone is going to kill you, or unless you have a launch pad to escape, there is no fucking reason to go anywhere near Agency. This place is a fucking death trap. And it's particularly the rivers, the areas where the rivers are. This shit here is always contested. Because no matter where the circle is, someone's trying to use the river to get there. Someone is trying to use the river to get there. What is going to happen is, if someone lands at this fucking area, right? This fucking booger spot. And zone pulls east. They are going to rotate down along this bridge and use this edge to go. Because they're going in the way, they're going through the way of the water. If someone lands lazy and zone pulls to this island, then these people from lazy are going to get in this river, go along, because this river's typically safe, very uncontested. This river's, all of a sudden, there's a couple people around you. Maybe you hear a fight to your north and your south. Oh, that's okay, we'll just get on the land so that we can build. And then you're going along here. And all of a sudden, another team from fucking Frenzy, or wait, maybe you're coming along all the way up here so that you can get in this river and go over this island. You get up past here, there's probably a fight here, maybe you skate past it, but over here, all of a sudden, there's a fucking team from Frenzy who's rotated over to here, to Risky. Now they're looking north, they're looking south, so that they can see if there's anyone coming into the river. They're waiting. 3, 2, 1, and then one of you is dead already, or you are dead already because you didn't know that someone was in fucking Risky because someone's trying to use this river to get through. These entry points to the rivers are death traps. Complete death traps. Do not, under any circumstances, use the entrances to the rivers. Under any circumstances, do not. And so these right here, this death, all these encounters, this is not luck. This is a pattern. This is a clear pattern. Like this right here, I third party to fight and I got 2 kills because I got each other low. Right here, I seen 2 people. I didn't tag either of them for more than... Well, I tagged one of them for 75 white and then died to that guy because I got nervous. Right here, I didn't even know there were people around me and they fucking killed me. But all along here, it's not luck that I didn't find anyone. It's not luck that I didn't find anyone from here to here. It's not luck. But it is also not luck that right here I die consistently in 3 separate VOD reviews. It's not luck. This area is highly contested because people are trying to use this river to go this way, or they're trying to rotate up along this river because they want the rocks here. They want to try and fish. Maybe they want to get up to this little area that always has fishing spots. Maybe they're trying to get to the slurp truck. They could be trying to get to retail to loot some more. Maybe over to Meow Schools to get the gun. People want to use the rivers, and so these rivers are always contested. You might notice that if you land lazy and the zone pulls over to this little area here, you rotate along here and you come along this house and you go through this house and you can get all the way up to here and to here before you find anyone, before you're even almost in a situation where you have to fight. That's not luck. You aren't getting lucky every single time. That's just the way that the map is right now. One person who survives lazy can leave and rotate along this entire landmass, can be completely safe, rotating alone with no builds from fucking lazy all the way over this little cabin. And then all of a sudden Weeping gets hectic because there's Slurpy and Holly and the Rig and Weeping and Salty in the same amount of area that there is in the same amount of area that there is Frenzy Farm. One POI that is actually a draw to people. Like, obviously Risky has people and the Orchard has people, but this is fucking always full. This has like 8 people at it most times that you land there. Fucking 8 or 10 people. This shit, you get 4 people land here, you get 4 people land here, you get 4 people land here, and you get fucking like 6 people land here, or probably 6 people land here and 4 people land here, and you get like maybe 8 people land here. You get almost half the lobby in this area. If the bus line is going, if the bus line is like straight east to west. You don't have any image of my stream. Yeah, no, that's just you, man. I think that's just you. If the bus line is going east to west, then there's going to be people in this area. And this area from 5... What is that? What's that? 5D down to D8. Yeah, from 5D to A8, there is like 3/4, not even, there's like 1/3 of the map here. Because these are all POIs in the same amount of space, practically talking, that fucking Frenzy is in. Like, this area is fucking Death Trap, and so if you're trying to rotate along any of these paths here, if you're trying to use this little path here, and you're going along this little dirt road and whatever, and you're just trying to get along here, you're going to fucking die. You're going to die, or you're going to be the person who sees someone who isn't paying attention. It's just not... It's not reasonable to rotate through this place. Oh, man. I'm yelling as though someone else should know this, but really I'm yelling at myself for playing so poorly today. Extremely disappointing performance, especially considering how good my mechanics are right now. Especially, man. Anyway, that's going to be the VOD review for tonight, boys. Yeah, probably going to go walk the dog and try and get in bed a little bit earlier so I can go to sleep a little bit earlier and get more sleep. Cash Cup tomorrow with Verifical Duos. He's a fucking cracked, so hopefully we can do pretty well. As long as, we play well together. We'll try and get some arena games in before we play that Cash Cup. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for watching, everyone who watched. Goodbye.